crypto family? This lady's coin is pumping like crazy. These buy orders, 14K. $14,000 was the last buy order. Like, what the fuck? This is insane. 850 buys, 360 sells. Just nuts. Come on, KASPA. I know you got it in you. What is up, crypto family? Insane buy orders. What the fuck? I'm about to sell all my Pepe for fucking ladies coin. Because the market cap's tiny comparative. And it's not listed on anywhere except crypto.com. I'm like, oh my god.
these educated to thousands of people at a time. And it's because he's one of the best traders that likes to educate people that's in the space right now. He's actually the creator of one of the first copy and paste trading apps, which is really powerful. But something I want you to notice about what we're looking at, okay? When I got started in trading, I was saying this earlier, I thought there was going to be a bunch of mathematics and calculus and all this stuff, and I was never too good at school. Like I was saying, I just really wasn't. I was okay, but what I really realized is what these alpha traders do is they get rid of all the white noise, all the stuff you do not need to know. Some people on YouTube are like, oh, you need to know this, this, this. They get rid of all the white noise. And what they're trying to get you to realize is based off what you're looking at on the chart, based off what we see, which way the market's most likely going to go, just using a few things, which is really, really powerful. That's why our team's been able to have a lot of success. Something we also do is called the 90-day trader challenge. Okay, this goes for anyone. Literally, if you're someone who barely knows anything about the market, if not anything at all, or people who obviously have traded before, because I'm sure there's individuals on this call that have traded before. That was like me before I got started. But in 90 days from the day that you start trading with us, our goal is to help you become a funded trader. Okay, I'm going to explain what a funded trader here is in a little bit, but does everyone, successfully complete this? No, not everyone does. It obviously requires a little bit of discipline, work ethic, stuff like that. 2 hours, maybe 5 hours a week, which is a very small time commitment. But obviously, the more you put in, the better. But in 90 days, we want you to become a funded trader. So I'm going to show you exactly what that is, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Now, there are companies out there that if you can prove to them that you know how to trade, that you know how to grow your trading account in a positive direction, there are companies out there that will give you money to trade with, and you can keep up to 90% of the profits that you make with it. It's super, super powerful, all right? So let me break this down a little bit. There's a lot of companies out there, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is just one that I'm showing right here. So just keep in mind, obviously you can use whatever one you want. This is just one I'm using for an example. But this is not a loan. This isn't a credit score. It's nothing like that. These are companies that have capital. They have money. And if you can pass one of their tests, they have different tests. If you can just pass one of their tests, they will give you money to actually trade with, which is super cool. So let me explain this a little bit. They have $25,000 accounts, 50,000, 100K, 200K, up to 500K. Some of these companies will fund you up to $5 million, which is really powerful. Now, let's say you wanted to get a $100,000 trading account. You wanted to get funded 100 grand so you could trade that money and keep 90% of the profits, right? Up to 90%. Well, here's how it works, okay? Let's say you guys started trading with us, you go through the university, you actually, finish it, complete the university, and then you start hopping on our trading sessions. We have them every single day of the week, right? Multiple times, sometimes 8 in the morning, middle of the day, 9 p.m., whenever you're free, we usually have a call. But let's say you start practicing with a fake trading account, just a demo account, right? A practice account. Let's say you just start practicing and you start learning and doing good. Now it's time for you to become funded. Okay, so let's say you wanted to get a $100,000 trading account that you can actually trade and keep up to 90% of the profits. Well, this $100,000 account is $799 to take this test. Okay, it's $799. You can take a lower one. 25K is $299. Sometimes they have discount codes, but here's how it works. Okay, let's say you came to this website and you purchased a 100K test, right? This is a challenge. You're taking a test for $799. Okay. Now, here's how it works. They're going to send you an email with the login information for a fake $100,000 trading account, just a demo account. They're going to send you the test, okay? You got to pass this test. I'll show you how it works. So they're going to send you the login information, and you just pull open your trading app, and you just log into the trading account. And then once you are in it, this is what they want you to do. They want you to prove that you can grow the account 10%. They want you to grow it just 10%. You can take as long as you want. There's no
It's
time
at
limits.
400K right
And if you
now.
can grow this account, the test account, 10%, obviously we help you do it. We're on live trading sessions. All the group chats we're in, like I said, those VIP chats where we're calling out trades. You can take all those same trades that we're taking. If you can grow it 10%, boom, you pass the test, you pass the challenge, and then they send you in an email the real 100K account. And now when you're trading that account, you get to keep up to 90% of the profit you make. It's crazy. They did not have this when I was 18. I was throwing up my last $500 in my trading account. Now we get to use other people's money if we can show that we've learned the skill. That's why I love this. It's unbelievable what's happening. There are some rules you need to follow, though. Of course, I'm going to tell you those. In one single day, you can never lose more than 5% of your account while you're trading. And then overall, you can never lose more than 6%. Okay, but if you can follow those rules, which is what we show you how to do, you can go out and get any size funded account. I mean, let me give you guys an example. Let's say you have this 100K account, right? You pass the test, you have a $100,000 account, you get to keep 90% of the profit that you make. Let's say it right here, guys. This is a compound interest calculator, all right? For those of you who don't know what compound interest is, it's very, very important. I'm going to try to break it down to you right now, okay? So let's say you have a $100,000 trading account, and your goal is to grow this account 0.5% every single day, right? Some days it'll be more than that. There's people on the team that'll sometimes rip 5 to 10% days. Some days you will lose, right? Anybody who tells you you'll win every single day is lying to you. You should run the other way, right? Nobody wins every single day in trading. That's literally impossible unless it's not real. And so, of a percent per day. And there's 252 trading days in a year. And we're talking about the account. So I'm going to hit calculate. And here's how it works, okay? Let's say your first day of trading, you pass the test, you have 100K that you get to trade with. Your goal is to make 0.5%. Boom, 500 bucks. Now you have $100,500. Now let's say you want to grow that by 0.5% the next day. That's $502.50. Now you're at $101,002.50. Every day you're trying to grow the account 0.5%. That's called compounding, right? Daily compounding. And if you can successfully do this 252 times, right? Let's say over the course of a year, guys, I mean, it's over $300,000 and you get to keep 90% of that. So compounding is insane. I have seen unreal stories for this. I'm a funded trader. There's other funded traders on this call, and it's very, very powerful. So hopefully that makes sense. Keep in mind, if you are trading their money, you don't have to pay it back if you lose anything. If you ever violate one of these rules on the real account, you just have to take another test. That's it. You don't, this isn't margin trading, nothing like that. You'll never owe them money ever, okay? Except when you're taking the test. So hopefully that makes sense. Now let's get into some other stuff, okay? I have some really cool things I want to share right now. So real quick, we are a publicly traded company, guys. So all of our trading results from the educators that I and a lot of people on this call follow, all of their trading data is public, right? This is a publicly traded company. So, there's a lot of, different trading companies that aren't publicly traded. They're not regulated, nothing like that. So they fabricate a lot of stuff. Since we're literally a publicly traded company, everything is on point to the T of how these traders do. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but just know it's obviously out there, and a lot of them absolutely crush it, which is cool. But I want to talk about this real quick, okay? This is insane what I'm about to go over, all right? Now, just by being a part of this team, guys, being a part of obviously our community, we all help each other every single day. Everyone on this call can have my personal phone number, and we can all work together, right? I built a lot of cool systems to help you win, because I know what it was like to be brand new. I remember my ex-girlfriend's sister wanted to learn how to trade. It was like 5 years ago. She came over to my house, and I was like, okay. She didn't know how to use a computer. She didn't know how to use Zoom. She didn't even know how to copy and paste stuff, like, at all. And now 4 years later, she's made $100,000. And I asked her, I was like, was it worth going through that huge, growth, curve? And she was like, absolutely. Because now that I have it the rest of my life, the skill to be able to trade, which is really cool. So just by being a part of this team, ladies and gentlemen, we get access to multiple third-party companies, different companies that we have partnerships with. This is kind of like if you have Verizon Wireless, you get access to ESPN Plus and Disney Plus, which is really cool. Just by being a part of iGenius, you get access to all these companies. Now, I'm not going to go over all these companies at all. I'm just going to show you the ones that I think are absolutely amazing and groundbreaking technology, okay? So here's one of the first ones. This is called Crypto Elite. All right, this is a partnership that we have with a company called Endotech, right? So we're not the ones who actually made this product. This is a third-party company that you get access to. So Endotech, ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Endotech, she has been writing books on AI since the early 90s, right? Some of you on this call, it's 2024. We're already a quarter of the year in plus, and maybe this is the first year you've ever heard anything about AI. maybe 2023, right? You're seeing it on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. She has been writing books on AI since the early 90s. That just shows you a little bit of depth in time. But what Endotech did was they built institutional trading strategies, right? So they built strategies that obviously are meant for trading, and they're managed by AI. So these are AI managed trading strategies that trade crypto. So these are fully automated. You don't have to touch or do anything. You connect these strategies to whatever broker that you want. If you don't know what a broker is like Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, Cash App's a broker. It's just a place where you can make an account, you can put money in the account, and you can invest in stuff. You can connect these strategies to whatever broker you want to use. U.S. regulated, you keep your money in the U.S. It's very, very powerful, and I love it. It's super, super cool. So let me show you a little bit more about it, okay? You're in full control of your money the entire time. When this crypto strategy is, for an example, trading, your money, you can put any amount of money you want in and take any amount of money you want out at any single second. There's zero holds. It's very, very cool. You're in full control over it. And I'm going to show you what they actually look like real quick. Now, I love this because there are some individuals that don't have time or they don't want to dedicate the time to learning how to trade their own money on their phone or computer. This does it for you, which is really, really cool, okay? So, just so you know, this is a website called endotech.io, and it's a public website. You can come here and literally look at the strategies yourself. But before we do, I just wanted to point this out. If you were to come directly to Endotech and you wanted to go right to the source, like I just want to use this, right? I'm going to show you guys actually how much this costs. So if we come down here, the institutional cost for using these strategies, right? They're institutional trading strategies. It's 125 grand a year with a minimum of 5 million in your trading account. Here, guys, if you're a part of iGenius and a part of this team, we can use all of the same strategies for as little as $1,000 in our trading account. As little as $1,000, right? So I absolutely love it. That's just the power of the partnerships that we have. So let's talk about these strategies real quick, okay? They trade cryptocurrency, right? You hold your money in US dollar and it just buys and sells cryptos for you, which is super cool. So there are beta strategies and there's alpha strategies, okay? Alpha strategies are not allowed in the US, so just keep that in mind. If you're in the United States, we use beta strategies, okay? So right here, this is one of my favorite ones. It's called Ethereum Beta, all right? Now keep in mind, if you don't know what Ethereum is, the three biggest cryptocurrencies in the world are Bitcoin, Ethereum is number 2, and then Tether. It's called USDT. So this is the second biggest crypto in the world, and what it does is it trades it for you, which is super cool. So let me show you a little bit about this, okay? So if we come down here, this strategy specifically has been going for 3 years, 2 months, and 13 days. That's how long it's been running for every single day. If you would have hypothetically put in $10,000 right when the strategy started, you'd be sitting at $78,000 roughly. That's about 214% on an average yearly basis, and it's overall done almost 800% over the course of these 3 years or so. And so it's very, very powerful. Obviously, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Just because it's been doing good doesn't mean it'll 100% guarantee to keep doing good. But it's crushing it right now, as you guys can see, this version of the strategy. Also, this percentage that you're seeing in growth, this is before any performance fees or commissions or anything like that. All Endotech wants, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to use these strategies, with as little as $1,000, they once a quarter, there's 4 quarters a year, whatever you make in profit over the course of a quarter, if you make profit, they want 20% of the profit. That's it. I think that's a super fair deal. Like, I absolutely love that. Guys, I own a hedge fund in Minnesota. Being in the hedge fund space, there are companies that take 50-50 profit share, so they only want 20% once a quarter. So let's look at this real quick, okay? If you guys see this orange line right here, okay, this orange line, if you buy one single Ethereum, right now it's like $3,000-ish for one Ethereum. That orange line is the price of an Ethereum. Okay, that's the price over the last 3 years. You can see it was way down in the last year or two, and now it's starting to come way back up. The blue line is if you just let the strategy trade it for you this entire time. That's what it would have done. So it's really, really powerful, guys. It's great in bear markets and bull markets, whatever direction it's going. And so here's what I thought. Yeah, I just want to share with you guys. When I saw this, I had been trading for already 2-3 years, maybe 4 years. And when I saw this, I thought to myself this. I was like, okay, if I were to bring my money to a financial firm like JP Morgan, Chase Bank, whatever it is, and I was asking them, hey, can you invest my money for me? They're going to tell me, of course, we're going to try to grow your money 8% a year, right? 8% a year. That barely beats inflation for those of you that don't know anything about inflation, right? So that barely beats inflation nowadays. But what I thought to myself was like, okay, I believe in retirement accounts. I believe in traditional investing methods. Like I really do. You need safety nets, right? That's what I believed in, and I still do. 401ks, Roth IRAs, life insurance, whatever the case may be. But I thought to myself, maybe it's not such a bad idea if I were to take a small percentage of my net worth and diversify it into different vehicles that are crushing the industry average. That's just what I thought in my head. So maybe that makes sense to you guys. I'm someone that doesn't mind taking a small percentage of my net worth and putting it in vehicles that could, potentially crush what I have it doing over here. So I absolutely love this. Just for fun, ladies and gentlemen, I don't usually do this too often. I'm going to show you the most aggressive strategy they have. Okay, just for educational purposes only. If you're in the United States, you can't use this, right? Maybe soon. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in the crypto space. Maybe soon, but right now, if you're in the U.S., we can't use it. So this is the same thing. It's trading Ethereum. It's an alpha strategy, but they use leverage, which means they multiply the money in the market, which is really, really cool. So let's come down here. This has been running the same amount of time, right? 3 years, 2 months, and 13 days. If you would have hypothetically put $10,000 in when it first started, you get $457,000. This is about 1,400% on a yearly average, and it could come up here almost 5,000% that it's done since it got started on this current version of the strategy. So it's just showing you how crazy it is. Like I said, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Doesn't mean it's going to keep doing it, but the fact that this is even something that has gotten this far in such a short period of time, I can't even imagine where it's going to be in 3, 5, 10 years from now. So I'm just grateful and excited that I saw it early on, in my opinion. So hopefully that makes sense to you, ladies and gentlemen. If you have more questions, I can definitely answer those for you. If you just get in a group chat with the person that got you on the call. But let's keep going. I have just a few more things to share, okay? We also are partnered with one of the biggest cryptocurrency brokers in the world. This is called CoinZoom. It's US regulated. Here's why this is cool. If you just put your cryptocurrency in here, if you happen to own some, they actually allow you to have a debit card that you can spend at the gas station. You can spend your crypto at the grocery store. And being a part of iGenius, guys, we get 1% cash back for the first 6 months on our crypto, which is super, super cool. I love CoinZoom. It's really awesome. And then finally, we travel a lot. Okay, this is just something that I just wanted to share with you guys. I think it's really, really cool. I mean, since we have an international business and we're trading with people all over the entire world, we're traveling all the time. I mean, we were just in Chicago. I mean, we're going to Florida next week. We got another Florida event coming up. There's events all around Europe. It's really, really powerful. But we get discounts on almost everything to do with travel, and it literally almost every time beats Travelocity.com, hotels.com, which is really cool. So we get discounts on hotels, resorts, condos, cruises, rental cars, lots of different stuff just by obviously having this Explore Pro right here. And what's cool about this as well is if you have this Explore Pro right here, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit, if you have this just in general once a year, they give you a free 5-star vacation somewhere around the entire world. There's over 50 different destinations you can choose from. And they also give you a free top of the line, the premium cruise ships, a free cruise ship, right? So maybe like 4 or 5 nights vacation, 4 or 5 night cruise, completely free each year, which is really, really awesome. Also, you earn rewards. You get points on every single one. We get discounts just in general anywhere we go in the world. This is something that I think is really cool, right? I was just talking to my family the other night. They want to go. I forgot somewhere in Europe. They all want to plan a trip. I have a lot of cousins, right? I can give them all guest passes from this right here, so they'll get discounts on anywhere, any hotel, whatever they're trying to choose, which is super, super awesome. So obviously, guys, to be a part of this team, it does cost money. Of course, I'm assuming you knew that, but what I'm gonna do here real quick is I'm just gonna show you what I have. Like I said, I'm 26 years old. I've been doing this since I was 20. Literally my last few days of college, I got started and I've been doing it full time ever since, which is really cool. So I have the best thing you could possibly have, which is on the right side here. This is called the Elite Package. I wanted to do this full time. I wanted to make a full-time income online. I wanted to be able to have all the education I could possibly, take in. And obviously I took my time going through it, but I wanted to be able to have a serious shot at doing this. And 80% of the people that are on the team, guys, have this package right here. And this was basically $1,500 one time, and then it's 175 a month after that. There's no contracts. I didn't have to sign anything like that. You can start or stop it whenever you want. It's completely up to you. But the reason
That's
I
about
wanted
it.
to
A
do this, and
car.
specifically, I'll tell you
I
guys
don't
why.
have a lot of lavish things. I don't
But
go on
as you can get
vacations,
into
and
the
I,
trade
I
session,
don't
I'll tell
spend a
you
lot.
guys that
Rent's
one of
increased
the
from
best
1300 to
challenges that I
1800.
wanted to do
The
was
food prices are
spend
too
a lot of
high.
time
I've cut back on
with
eating because I
trainers,
literally cannot afford
and also,
food.
most importantly, meeting
I've
people.
cut
So
back
I
on my
got
favorite
access to
snacks, cat food,
training
treats.
sessions with
I'm
the best
exhausted
trainers in the
all the
world.
time
And that's
from
one of the
being
benefits too.
overworked
Like,
and underpaid.
I know it's
You
hard
don't
to
catch a break when you
criticize
grow up
someone
poor.
for
I don't need much to be
how
happy. I just want to be able to live
because people
comfortable.
are doing it right.
I
Some of
just
the
really
financial
need to catch a
space,
break right now. I'm trying so hard and I feel like I'm not doing enough.
and I wanted to
I don't
explain
have
to you
family. I don't
guys
have anything to
what
fall back on.
motivated
This is
crypto
the
me
first
to
month I won't be
trade,
able to
right?
afford
If
rent.
you don't have
I'm not a
access
rich
to the
person. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have basic household necessities, a couch, a bed, washer, a dryer. That's about it. A
there's
car.
also a premium
I
package.
don't have a lot of lavish things. I don't go on
No.
vacations and I don't spend a lot.
This is still
Rent's
a good amount
increased
of
from
information.
1300 to
Plus, the
1800.
package
The
includes
food prices are too high. I've cut back on eating because I literally cannot afford food. I've cut back on my favorite snacks, cat food, treats. I'm exhausted all the time from being overworked and underpaid. You don't catch a break when you grow up poor. I don't need much to be happy. I just want to be able to live comfortable.
strategies that trade for you.
I just really need to catch a break right now.
Also, just keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what package you choose. In the end of the day, they're all the same monthly cost. So that's why I got the Elite. I just got it out of the way. Now I pay the same amount as everyone else in the company. There's almost 100,000 people inside the company, by the way. So there's also the Select package. This is $300 one time, and then 175 a month. This is still a good amount of information. You have obviously, most of the academy, not all of it. Some of the trade sessions, you have access to, some of the group chats that you're able to trade and get the different trading investment ideas from the educators. You're obviously a part of the team still. You still have a good community. You're able to hop on one of the best crypto calls every single week, twice a week. But again, you don't have access to the alpha traders or endotech. Now, a lot of people ask me, why do you have a $99 package, right? Like, there's that's such a big difference. And the reason is we trade in over 120 countries around the world. And so $99 in some countries around the world is literally a whole month's worth of groceries, a whole month's worth of rent. It's absolutely insane. And so we didn't want to prevent someone from starting their trading education, their financial literacy education journey because money is an issue. Like, we get that people are in different financial situations all across the world. Some people were born blessed and they never had to deal with any financial problems in the world. It's the number one stress problem in the world. And then some people, obviously have to deal with it. So if you are in the United States, though, I'll tell you this. In my opinion, I would never do anything less than this Select package. If you want like a real shot at actually having, a good amount of success here, nothing less than the Select, but I obviously would recommend getting the Elite because then you'll have all the cool stuff that we get to use. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, just real quick, if you are interested, maybe you're taking some trips with your family soon. I just want to share this with you just so you know it. Obviously, that's not the main thing we're doing here, but $9.99 each year, basically. So $999 each year, and you get, like I said, one free 5-star vacation around the world, 50 different locations you could choose from, also a free cruise. So you get 2 of those. And then you get discounts on everything else that you would do throughout the entire year. So if you travel a lot or you plan on going on a decent trip, this is awesome. Like, you will save money at a certain point, which I think is super, super cool. I love travel discounts, just because I travel all the time. So that's something really cool for me. Now, I want to put this out there real quick. Let's say, obviously you get started and, welcome to the team. I'm super excited to run it up. We're going to do some big stuff this year. If you happen to start making money trading, awesome, right? Let's say you start making money trading. That's great. That's obviously what the goal is. Or let's just say you're enjoying it, whatever the case may be. If you ever just understand, I'm not hating on jobs or anything, but you are technically sitting in the worst tax bracket in the entire world, right? So that's why they don't want to teach you how to become a business owner in school when you're younger. They don't want you to know how to write off business expenses. They don't want you to know about taxes, right?
Fucking
That's what
A.
we're all doing here. We all become our own bosses. You know, we determine our level
God.
of income. We can do it from anywhere in the world, and we can do it from our phone, which is pretty cool, okay? So just keep that in mind, guys. If you're interested in creating residual income, you can do that as well. But I want to quickly just share this. If you have any questions on this call, if you have any questions, obviously about anything I went over, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, my handle is Josh Amundsen. Like I was saying, I'm 26 years old. I got started when I was 20 years old. Last semester of college, I literally saw exactly what you saw right now. And I decided to get started, and it completely changed my life. I had no idea what this team in the community was going to do for me. And now I've been to 20 different countries around the world, and I've spoken on a lot of stages, and just been around a lot of positive people. All I ever wanted in my life was to be around people who were hungry and positive and goal oriented. That's all I ever wanted. I just wanted to be around the right people, because you're an average.
Absolutely nothing. That pisses me off so much. $39. Ugh.